Yo, hey guys, Ken Perryman here, and I am back again with another product, and it is, let me show it to you, it's this guy right here. I was so excited, I went and checked it out already. As you can see, all the products are down here, but this guy right here, as we're talking about it, let me show you one thing real quick as we're mentioning this right up here. That just means that the company has sent me this product so I can show you guys all about it. But let me show you all about it. So number one, 1200 watt steam cleaner, 10-piece accessory set, 9.8-foot power cord. I can attest to that. There is a ton of cord over here. Uh, 350. It's a 280 milliliter tank and 100% chemical free. Yeah, completely chemical free. I have actually tested this out once already with this nozzle, and wow, there's a few things that I did some quick cleans on, and it is spectacular. It is great. You know how they always say, hey, you can use the good old chemical spray and it'll take out some stuff. This, just with heat and steam, does 10 times better, in my opinion, over chemicals. It just works really good. No, I'm not, just to a point, not really trying to push super clean environment type stuff. I'm just saying is I like how this works, and I'm not concerned. Um, I just like how this works. I love how this works. So you have safety. So again, related to maybe you have some mold or mildew or some stuff growing on an area that you want to clean off, or you have um, sterilization concerns with this product here. Again, really kind of cool steam cleaner. You'll see over here the multitude of uses that you could use this for. I've actually tried this on our stove. Really great idea on the whole stove side. I'm actually going to try this because one of the things that we all know, right, is if you have one of those stand-up showers and you got that glass door and you do clean it as often as you can, but unfortunately at times you still got that gunk on there. I did a pre-test on a blender of ours that has some plastic, and I surprisingly were able to clean out some of the residue on there. I'm wondering if it's going to work on the shower. I don't even think I'm going to wonder, because if what it did to the blender, clear plastic, can do to that glass, I know that it's going to look good. So let's talk about what we get in the box here. So number one, here is your steamer, right? And then I have this already put on here, and it's a twist-on nozzle. So let's look at it this way with all the accessories that you get in the box, right? So number one, you have a lifetime warranty. You can contact them and get things taken care of. Again, if you want to return, they obviously, in many cases, will say, hey, contact us. Maybe we can help if there's a concern with the device. So moving on, you have your steam cleaner user manual. You do have, which I love, is this little funnel piece here, and also this filling cup, which has 150 milliliter max. So you want to go 280. This is the one thing that you really need to pay attention to, of all things, is you cannot overfill this, because you have to have a certain amount of water and some space in there for it to do its job. And if you overfill, you're going to cause the expansion with the steam and all that will potentially cause water to pour out in very hot water. So you need to be careful on one thing and make sure you fill up 280 milliliters or less, right? So this is 150. So you go a little bit under 150, or you go to the 100 milliliter, which is down here, fill it up twice, and then you got another 50, you get 250 in there, you are more than covered. So what we're going to do is make sure that we put the right amount in there. And this is how you put this on. And most importantly too, just for safety concerns, make sure that when you, let's say you use this and you're in the middle of a project, don't rush. Once this thing's off, and I can attest to this, once this thing's off, there's still built-in pressure, and it will continue to build a little bit of pressure until the temperature settles. So be careful, wait a little bit of time before you open this up, because there's still potential of back pressure in there. And most importantly, I'll tell you, is that when you do open this up, pop that little lever, open it up, and let it spray out and equalize the pressure inside there before you open this up, just in case. So all that aside, you got your, like I said, your little funnel, you got your filler right there. You got two of these little small brushes right here. Again, this nice little curved nozzle that you can plug in. And let's say you're just trying to get this to, point down, or trying to catch some certain specific area, and you want to make sure that this gets in those nooks and crannies in that area. And a lot of times it's more meant for this longer guy. So once you attach this, this allows you to articulate basically in any position that you need to fit this thing into. And then boom, that guy just, oops, sorry. And then right there, that guy just pushes right on. So, oh, wow, it locks on pretty good. There we go. It really does. It locks on pretty darn good in there. So, yeah, and it's got like detents to a position that you can lock this into. And then you lock it in. There you go. Now you got looks like a little pick. So you don't have to like invert the bottle. You can just take this and point this down and spray on surface areas and get that cleaned up. Okay. And then also, same thing with these little brushes. You can just pop these guys in and then do your thing while scrubbing. I do like this nozzle. This is the one I did test. It's got a very finite nozzle in here, and you can also use these accessories on this as well. But what I really think is going to be interesting too is that you can also take this guy and it will snap into place by locking in. And then you have your steamer, cloth, and clothes steamer section. You can even get this guy right here, put this on, and if you need to, iron out some wrinkles in your clothes. This thing is basically universal across so many things, not just cleaning, but also steam and sanitizing clothes. Guys, especially for the guys, ladies too. You're wearing a nice professional blazer jacket at work. What happens when you're sitting down at work? The backside, right, gets all wrinkled because it gets crunched in your chair if you're sitting down with your jacket on. You're gonna get some of those wrinkles in there. But the thing is, you don't want to take it to the cleaners every day when you do have those little wrinkles going on. Instead, break this thing out, spray it on there, and knock out some wrinkles, right? So the other cool thing that I like about this is also there is this connection. Let me set this off to the side here. This connection will snap into this guy right here, as long as you do it right. There we go. Pivot in, snaps into place. Boom. Now you have a steamer with the squeegee. This guy I'm going to use in the shower. So that's why I'm kind of excited about this. I'm going to go over to that shower. I'm going to fill this up. Now, I recommend that you make sure you do as best as you can filtered water because there's some heating elements and stuff like that. Use as clean as water as you can. If you got one of those like the fridge with the filtered water, you got a filtered osmosis water filter thing, use that just so that it reduces the amount of particulates that potentially could get into this thing. So, we're going to go ahead and fill this up. And like I said, we're going to make sure that it's under 280 milliliters. And when I turned it on, it did warm up real quick. And once it's ready, and here's a nice thing about it too, is, sorry about that, is that it's got this light on here, down here. So when it lights up, it's cooking, it's moving, it's doing its thing. And once that light goes out, you are up to speed, up to level, ready to work. So I think since I'm going to be doing this in the shower, I'm going to set this up probably in such a way that I can use maximum effort and get this locked in. Oh, also, I want to show you this. This piece right here can tilt and pivot around this ball here. So pretty nice little setup here, but you got to get it relatively straight to get it to lock into your fixtures here. And you just pop this in and it'll lock into place. And now you got this secondary nozzle where you can take this and operate this while you're performing your functions. So a lot of flexibility in this nozzle here. Really nice. Wasn't that awesome? That covered everything. I mean, almost anything that you can think of, this is going to take care of with just steam, right? A lot of those stains, those stubborn stains, those stubborn things that you can't get out with chemicals, this guy's going to be able to take care of it. So, guys, I hope this was helpful for you. I really do appreciate your time, and I'm out cleaning.